Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's my birthday. It's my 27th birthday. It's my 27th birthday. I am really excited to be alive. Just happy. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling highly favored. And I'm just feeling the love, all the messages you guys have sent me on my Instagram, on my social media pages. I just want to thank you so much. I feel the love. Look at my balloons there that my baby brother um, gave me, like attached on my bed in the morning. My mom sang, my dad gave me money. My parents life is still open. It's just nothing but love today. So I just want to get ready with you guys and share with you a couple of lessons that I've learned in my 27 years. I'm going to classify the lessons in terms of in terms of the financial aspect, the spiritual aspect, the mental aspect, the emotional aspect, and the physical aspect, and relationship wise. So thank you so much for tuning in, and as usual, just subscribe and watch the video. So, the first lesson that I'm going to share with you is on the spiritual aspect, and I have learned that nothing happens by luck or by chance, and that God is very intentional with our lives. Like, I strongly believe that He is very intentional. He directs our steps. Nothing happens by luck. Why I say this is, if you followed me for a while last year, my mom was sick throughout the year and the previous year, and it was such an emotional journey for me, like, because I was the one who was with her throughout, like, not throughout but most of the time. I went for all appointments, starting from the ones that had misdiagnoses to diagnoses. So she was having chest issues, and they took so long to know the issue, and by the time even we changed hospitals, our insurance ran out, so we had to admit and do so many tests. And let me tell you guys, it was so hard. There's nothing as hard as seeing your parent or your loved one unwell. I know, I've been there, and it feels so bad. You feel so helpless, and I used to have panic attacks, like, it was just not a good time. But when I think of how far I have come and we have come, I'm just grateful to God that I had to go through that journey with my mom, because it's only during those times that I got to really learn so much from her as a woman and as a mother and as a wife. Like, African parents don't share that much. So when I got to sit with her throughout appointments, she shared, like, she opened up so much about marriage, which I am planning to get into this sometime this year. And it really broadened my perspective in so many areas of my life, and I'm really thankful that it happened the way it did, because one, it brought us closer. Two, it has prepared me for marriage in such a way that I understand it personally from my mom. It's just different from a counselor, like, you understand it as a woman. And it was the opportunity that we bonded. Yeah, we bonded so much during this time, and like how we would have ever bonded. We were close, but not as close as we have become. But through her sickness, I got to even God personally. I got to be closer to God, and I also got to be very closer to her. So nothing happens like by chance. Whatever you're going through right now is actually preparing you for whatever is to come. That's the biggest lesson I learned, that God takes us through some things so that we can see His power in whatever is coming our way. Yeah, so spiritually, nothing happens by chance. So now I'm just going to conceal my eyebrows. So another lesson that I've learned financially is that money does not define, like, money should not define me. You get, like, I am one person who finds a sense of security and independence from having money. When I am broke, I am a bit sad, and I panic a little bit. So one thing that I'm learning to live by as I grow old is that money should not define me. It should not define my mood. Like, I know when I get money I'll be extra happy, but that should not change just because the money has decreased. Yeah, I would try to, these days I try to give thanks in whatever financial situation I'm in, and I do not let my bank account dictate my mood. It's very hard, but it, with time, like it's a mental thing. With time it gets easier. So it's good if you understand that your current state is not permanent, that it will change, that it can become better, and that's something to look forward to rather than being sad and being sulky about it. So financially, money will not, should not define me. And also, still under financially, if you're going to lend money to your relatives, give them. Do not give them alone. Just give them the money, because either way, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. Are we together? Oh, another financial point that I have is that it's better if you invest. There is no need really to sit with money in an account doing nothing. It will always find needs. So it is just wise to invest in the money that you have. It's something I'm learning every day, because I find security in just seeing my balance at a safe amount. But it is actually better if you invest your money. Now let's conceal the areas that I need to conceal, which is under my eye. Uh, this is just basic makeup that I do. So I'm also going to conceal these dark areas. I'm just going to conceal all my dark areas, because the only thing I'm going to add is foundation actually. Then I'm going to use my beauty blender. It's not clean, and then I'm going to spray some rose water on it to dab these parts. The next thing that I have learned, and this is on the mental aspect, is that we become what we consume. We should be very careful about what you think and what you take in and what you watch. Why I say this is that it's been very transforming for me to listen to podcasts as opposed to the many reality shows that I used to watch. I'm not saying I've stopped, I've just greatly reduced and limited the amount that I spend on that. Podcasts are a faster way of getting to know about people out there, getting to know inspiring stories rather than reading a book. Okay, reading books is very good. I'm just, as much as I'm not a good reader, I'm making time to just read, to listen to audiobooks and listen to podcasts, and they have honestly changed my life. They have honestly changed my life. They change your perspective. It's wise to just spend time with people who inspire you, listen to people who inspire you, listen to their journeys, because we feed into the energies around us. So once you get to a space where you are able to feed into inspiring stories, then trust me, your thoughts are going to be transformed. Yeah, so you're going to have hope, you're going to dream bigger, you're going to find a way to deal with something new. So try very much to watch out what you consume, because that's how you feed your mind. And I mean it so seriously, that that's how you feed your mind. For some of the podcasts that I have really enjoyed are Oprah's Masterclass, the podcast channel, and of late I'm listening to her story, and my god, I woke up just waiting for the next episode. I'm also loving Oprah's Super Soul conversations with great people like Michelle Obama and Gabrielle Union. There are aspects of their lives that I may not even relate to some of them, but there's always something to learn. There's always something to learn, and what we think, like the power of the mind, never underestimate it. So once you feed your mind with things that are positive and things that are uplifting, then you become a better person. You get what I mean? Rather than just feeding your mind with, okay, let me not compare, because I used to love a lot of reality shows and I still love some of them, but it is so unhealthy and so toxic to just sit down and watch like a whole episode of, sorry, Love and Hip Hop. I don't know which one, but there's one that they really like to fight. You end up just like, wow, ooh, there's just too much. So feed your mind with whatever feeds your soul. feed your mind with whatever feeds your soul. Just other than Oprah's masterclass, I would like to just throw in there Jesus and Jollof, because my goodness, those women have inspired me. Like sometimes I feel so sad, and then I listen to them and I listen to how they struggled to get where they are, and I'm like so hopeful at the end of it. So try and feed your mind with things that will feed your soul and in turn make you a better person. That's what I have learned mentally. So I have already finished dubbing, and now I'm just going to add foundation. I'm going to use Maybelline. The Maybelline 360 is my shade, and this is the one I've been using, though I'm planning to try a different foundation very soon just to see what's better out there, but so far so good. Okay, it's here, and I'm using this brush that I got from Dubois. I really plan on getting better. The physical aspect, what I've learned is that we are not growing any younger. I am 27, and the 10-year challenge, when you look at it, some of us realize we were tiny when we thought we were actually fat, and now we are actually fat. You get what I mean? So we're not growing any younger, and it is very important that you take care of your body. This is not a machine. Like, it needs, okay, yeah, it is like a machine, but it needs to be serviced. So it's actually very important that you take care of your physical self. If it means resting when you need to, please rest. Where if it needs working out, if it means working out, then work out. If it means eating healthier, then eat healthier. I don't know if the 10-year challenge made me feel like maybe right now we are even at our worst and the better is coming, but better is coming if you take care of yourself. You get? So just, I've learned, take care of yourself, and I've shared on my Instagram page that your hands get older faster, so try and take care of your hands, take care of your face, take care of your body generally. It will have even it will have an impact on your wholesome self. Is there something like that? Yeah, so when you take care of your body, you feel better, and you just feel like a better person. You're able to function well, your mind will be functioning well. So just take care of your body, guys. This is the best. This is the time right now. We are not growing any younger. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my eyes, and I'm going to use Huda Stargirl Edition. This is a new palette that my sister got, and we thank God for sisters because we can actually share. I dread the day I'm going to move out because it means getting my own makeup and her getting her own hair stuff. The collection is wide range, and I'm just going to go with very subtle colors, this and this. Yeah, the brown, it's called Juba, and the other one is called Dakar. Okay, so when it comes to emotionally, what I have learned, and I have learned the hard way, is that you have to choose to be happy. You have to consciously choose to be happy, and this is something that I learned last year around October, and I actually wrote a blog post about it, and I'll leave a link for you guys. Choosing happiness, like for example, I have been in a long-term relationship. I have been in a relationship for I think 7 years. I don't know, I think we're starting our 8th year. It's those ones, it's so long until you stop counting, but it's good. And when we are in such relationships, or even marriage, I want to assume even it happens in marriage, when you've been with a person for so long, you tend to peg your happiness entirely on them subconsciously because you're so used to them. And I have been so used to my current fiancé, like I was so used to him. At some point I even forgot some of the things I loved, and it's him who even made me realize, hey babe, you need to find out what you love most. Like, you can't. I was extremely sad and extremely disappointed at the small things that he did, and it reached a point I was just not happy. I was not happy with my life, with anything he does, with my things. I was just unhappy, and I had to sit down with myself and wonder, hey, what happened? I had stopped doing things I loved. I just forgot who I was without him. And as much as we still we are still together, we have found a way that you can choose to be happy but not peg your happiness entirely on your soulmate or your best friend or your husband or your partner, it's just not fair to place your happiness on one person. Like the responsibility of your happiness lies on one person. It is very unfair. We are human beings and life is already hard as it is. So as a human being, try and find your happy place, find things that you love doing, and choose. You have to consciously decide, this will not affect me, I will still stay positive. My bank balance will not affect me, I'll still stay positive. Because the moment you work on yourself as a person and you become more happy, like you become happier, sorry, there's nothing like more happy, but the moment that you decide you're going to be happy no matter what, then you're going to radiate like positive vibes and positive energy around you, and you will notice that now your relationship will just flourish because you're happy no matter what. I'm not saying that your partner should not make you happy. You should be with someone who makes you happy, but it is not their entire responsibility to make you happy, because you have to make yourself happy. If you can't even make yourself happy, how is someone else going to make you happy? Please stop thinking about where your life should be and just celebrate it for what it is right now, and that's how you become happy. Wow, talking. Finally, I'm going to talk about relationship wise what I have learned. Other than the emotional aspect, I've just learned that you get what you give. You actually get what you give. If you give positive vibes, you get positive vibes. Sometimes in every relationship that you are, you give love, you get love. You give happiness, you get happiness. You give your 100%. Sometimes you don't get 100% back, but most of the time people just tend to give us what we give. Yeah, so if you, for example, if you show that you have no standards of how you want to be treated, then you'll be treated anyhow. But if you show a man that you have to, these are your, I don't know what we call them, the things that you cannot stand. If you are clear on the things that you cannot stand and how you'd want to be treated, then you get respect. If you're clearly respectful, you also get respect. If you also show someone what nonsense you can't entertain, then you won't get that from them. Sometimes we just get what we give, or we get what we allow ourselves to get. Because before I knew myself, like in my early 20s, my god, the kind of relationship that I was in was just so toxic. Just so toxic, and I allowed it for a while before I snapped out of it. So you have to just learn that you are very valuable. You need to know your value, even when it comes to financially. And I really want to take you back on this point, that even financially you just get what you ask for. Sometimes as women, we don't know how to ask for money, and it is just, I don't know, it becomes so awkward when we want to ask for money. I don't know why, but I have realized that we actually just get what we want. If you have to learn to bargain, you have to learn to stand for yourself and say, this is why I want this. Because at the end of the day, you just get what you ask for, you get what you give, and you get what you allow. So at the end of the day, make sure that you are true about what you want. Make sure that you understand your value, and make sure that you also add some tax, because damn girl, you are expensive. You are freaking expensive. I think I have come to the end of my lessons that I have learned. I'm just going to wind up my makeup, but I really appreciate the help the support that you guys give my channel. It's not been easy. I have not practiced law for a while, or been involved in legal stuff, though I really want to try out some aspects of law. But it's not been easy. It's not been easy to be where I am. I'm learning every day on how to approach things in life, or I'm just learning every day. And you need to understand that no one out there has their shit together. So stop comparing your journey with anyone else's. I know it's hard to watch your peers grow earn money, and probably you're at the same point, but embrace your journey. Find out who you are, find out what your path is, and it's in quiet moments that you actually get to know what you love and all that. So just stay true to who you are. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, because there can only be one you. One you. This is Dark and Lovely, the wash free braids refresher, which I usually use when I have protective styles like braids. So I'm just going to finish up with this powder. This is Pharmacy, and I'm just going to dab because it's super hot and I don't want to be so sweaty. Let's add, this is Maybelline, to create that ombre. Okay, because my neck is usually darker than my face, I think you've noticed by now, I'm just going to wind up with blending in with my foundation. And I think even moving forward, I'm going to get like a lighter foundation, I mean a darker foundation, slightly darker foundation for my face, because this work of blending my neck and my face to the rest of my body, it is hard, it is so hard. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment on what you think, on what you learned, on what resonated with you. I'm really happy to be sharing my 27th year with you guys with you guys, or snippets of it, and I look forward to creating more content that you will love. Thank you. Bye bye. See you on the next video.